Cheers. I'm W. Frickenstein. Welcome to Allies in Depravity. I'm joined today by my special guest, my good friend, Patrick Ring, Pat, the Halloween movie collector.
What's up?
I've known Pat for several years now. Like 3-4 years ago, we met through Brett, our good friend, our buddy Brett. I've been on your podcast, your channel, countless times. I feel like I'm the third member. I'm there. Tales once a month, Tales from the Dark Side. How many beer tastings have we done together? Every St. Patrick's Day, every not Halloween, we do Thanksgiving. So we know each other very well. We talk all the time. So I figured you've had me on your channel so many times. Return the favor, have you on my channel for my first show. Welcome.
Yeah, buddy. And we talked about this for a while, because we're big Priest fans. And I'm glad you came up with the idea of doing it on your channel, because we were going to originally do it on my channel. Then like, you mind if we do it on my? I'm like, dude, let's do it on your channel, man. Let's get the ball rolling finally.
Yeah,
get some live streams on.
Like I said, this is brand new to me, brand new to Pat too, because Pat, like I said, usually runs through other means, StreamYard and stuff, where I'm just running straight through YouTube. So this is a trial for both of us. Hey, what's up, Colin? Thanks for coming out, man. Hanging out.
Oh, you off tonight? Hopefully you are.
Hopefully, man, that'd be great, because sure Colin has opinions on the Judas Priest.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was the perfect catalyst to get this thing going. I remember you said you were at a job and you listened to, while you were working, you listened to every single Judas Priest record. And I was like, wow, that's a lot to listen to. I was like, wow, that's kind of takes me as a challenge. I want to take that challenge on. I want to listen to it too. And that's where it became like, oh, yeah, why don't I listen to it? And then we'll rank them together. Like, yeah. So I got a job, working like an hour in the morning to get there, 2 hours to get home. So I was just listening to the whole discography on the way there and the way home, and just keeping tabs. My favorite songs, and here we go. I got my list made up.
Yeah, the only ones when we started talking about this, I mean, I knew exactly what. Well, I could tell you right at the top what was going to be my top 5 albums. Because I don't think they'll ever change. And my hardest thing was picking my favorite song, because you said pick your favorite song from each album, and I'm like, some of them have so many good ones. I'm like,
oh, I know.
Just pick one. I mean, oh my god! And then of course, then I'm glad you did include Jugulator and Demolition with Tim Ripper, because it's not Halford, but they're not bad. I mean, there's not one bad album on this. There's not one bad Judas Priest album. So even if it's at the last, if it's at the bottom of the list, meaning number 19, it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just we just had to put something at 19. It's the way it works.
100% agree with you. I was going to say the same thing. You took the words out of my mouth. There's not a bad Judas Priest record. I mean, everything is good. It's just there's degrees. You know what I mean? There's stuff. The way I ranked my list is there's when I reach for Judas Priest, what do I reach for the most? What do I reach for the least? Like what album? If I think Judas Priest, what are my go-tos? And then from there on down, what do I go to the absolute least when I want to hear Priest? So that's kind of how I ranked mine, And like you said, picking songs. Come on, man. It's like that was hard. That was really hard. That's somebody's records, man. It's like every song is fucking gold,
What most people will see with mine is I'm an old bastard, so most of my higher rankings are old Priest. I love old Priest from like the early 70s on. I mean, not that I mean, granted, it was like night and day when Painkiller came out and everything really freaking changed. That doesn't mean I don't like it, but that because I started with old Priest. And that's like pretty much where my heart lies. That doesn't mean I don't like anything else. Don't want anybody to freak out. I love Painkiller. Where I remember putting Painkiller when I first heard it, because I didn't hear one song off the album. I just remember buying it, and I put it on, and then Painkiller comes on. You're like, holy shit! Is there an earthquake outside? What the hell just happened here?
Yep. Yeah, Colin, man, thanks for hanging out, man. 3 a.m. there in Ireland. Wow. And you're right, man. Screaming for Vengeance, just start to finish, man. Great record. Well, before we get started with our ranking, let me ask you, why don't we talk? Well, what are we drinking tonight? I got Founders All Day IPA. They're celebrating their 15-year anniversary, so they had these cool cans out. It was on sale. It was $15 for a 15-pack. So, pretty good deal.
I'm drinking Sierra Nevada, big hazy little thing. So I went with the juicy one because it's what? It's 9.5 alcohol because I feel like why screw around?
Yeah, usually usually I'm doing zombie dust, something like that that's got the heavy alcohol. I went with the lighter stuff today just because I knew it was gonna be a long day, you know. And like I said, a lot of running around to do and this and I'm sure we'll be up late tonight. So well cheers.
Here's my brother. This is going to be good. So don't throw anything
Mhm.
at the screen, folks, depending on where your ranking is. And please, by all means, throw your ranking and your favorites in as we do them, please.
Yes, yes, very encouraged, very encouraged. Hope you're ready, Colin. Hope you can stay awake. Who else we got in the chat? Cody. What's up,
Cody.
Cody?
What's up,
Hey,
Cody?
let's cheers. Who else we got here? Jose Maria Godoy. All right, thanks for joining us. Hell yeah. You guys ready to talk some Judas Priest? I'm ready.
Yeah, folks, don't be shy.
All
Hit
right.
us up in the comments. Let us know where you stand at number 19. We'll do number 19. What's my list?
Sure. Well, here we go. This is a segment of the show called Rank. I plan to do this on every episode of In Depravity. Either rank our favorite, albums or our favorite horror movies, or just, will be some kind of ranking for every episode. So this is our inaugural one. We're going to do Judas Priest's entire catalog. Well, their albums. And since you're my guest, I'll let you go first with your number 19.
My number 19, and it's only at the bottom of this list because I only listened to it a handful of times. I actually don't even own it. I listened to it online. I never got around to buying it to add it to the list. It's their latest from 2004, 24, Invincible Shield. It's got great tunes on it. I really love the guitar playing of Richie Faulkner. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love KK Downing, but that guy freaking shreds, and he's great to see live. And it's got some good tunes on it. And the only reason it's at the bottom is because I wanted to. If I listened to it more, it might have moved around a little bit more. But like I said, there's nothing bad about anything on this list. There's nothing bad. So just because it's 19 doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just I put it there because I'm more familiar with everything else. Maybe if I listen to it a few more times, I never bought it on disc. I don't know why. You know, it's because I used to just like to be able to buy a disc in a store, and you can't just go to the store and buy a disc anymore. When a
It's been a
new
while.
disc came out, I ran out and bought it. Now there's no place to run out to.
Yeah, you
So
should go to
I
the
fell
Best Buy.
behind on shit.
Yeah. 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 Well, hey, I can guarantee you if you listen to it some more, it'll probably go up in your list because it's a lot higher in my list. That's for sure.
Yeah, it probably would, and I feel bad because, for those, I mean, I don't think I've never really talked to people that didn't really like the Ripper Owens era, but I kind of did. I mean, I liked everything he did, so I thought it was pretty cool. So people were like, "Wow, you put this, higher than lower than that." It's just like, well, maybe, like you said, if I would listen to it a few more times, I listened to it. I found it online. Listened to it every time I was listening to it, was online because I just never bought the disc. I'm like, I probably should have just ordered it just to keep it with the set, but. Like I said, I'm a physical guy. I like to go to a store and buy something, and there's just no freaking place to buy a disc anymore. You can't find them anywhere. You used to get like the new disc would come out that week, you'd go buy it and you take it home. I listen to it in the car on the way. I don't even have a disc player in my car anymore.
Oh yeah, I usually throw it in before I even left the parking lot. And listen to the
Yeah,
first song.
no place to
Wow.
put it anymore. I can't put it in my dash anymore.
I know. Yeah, I know. CD play. I know, man. We sound like old fucks because we are. Look at the chat, man. We got some. Craig Gonzalez shows up for the chat.
That's
Thanks for
video calling.
coming out.
It's because it's my phone. There's probably a better camera on this goddamn Samsung phone than that piece of shit I have now because my other one shit the bed.
We got Ryan. Hell yeah, Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Jordan. All right. And Brett. Bretty boy. All right. Look at these fucking guys. Yeah, yeah. These two fucking guys right here, right? All right. Well, all right. Moving on to my number 19. I don't know if this is going to make Ryan happy or if he was just joking earlier, but my number 19 is Jugulator from 1997. First record with Tim Ripper Owens taking over on lead vocal duties. Like you said, it's not a bad record. It's not a bad record. I mean, it's decent. It's very very well performed and everything. It's just when I think Judas Priest, that's not one of the records I think of. That's not when I want to hear Judas Priest. I'm never going to reach for Jugulator. It's just not going to happen. But and my favorite song on there is Cathedral Spires. I believe it's the very last song on there. really good atmosphere and stuff going on with it. I forgot to ask you, do you have a favorite song from Invincible Shield? Because you said you really haven't listened to it that much.
What was that? I can hear.
Do you have a favorite song from Invincible Shield? I know you said
Oh,
you
I
haven't
do.
listened to it.
No, I picked one. Did you want to do them after the fact? You want to do them as we go from album to album?
Okay, as we go, I was thinking as we go with each album, just say what your favorite
Okay.
song is from the.
For me, I kept going back to Gates of Hell.
Okay, that was another one that I was thinking. Yeah, I was gonna pick that one until I re-listened to the last few tracks because I was like, I knew there was something else on there that I really like. Cathedral Spires was the one I was thinking of. Again, I don't know the songs by heart on that record because I barely listened to it. Again, it's not something I reach for when I want to hear Judas Priest.
My thing, like with like the two Ripper Owens albums, they're like the Blaze Bailey records of Iron Maiden. I equate them to because everybody knows I'm a big Kiss fan. Like I'm a diehard old Kiss fan. So like if
Mm.
I equate those albums to like early '80s Kiss. I have to be in the mood and just say, you know what, let me listen to something different from Kiss, and it's like early '80s Kiss with like Vinnie Vincent and like Asylum and all this stuff. While I don't hate it, I got to be in like a mood to say, I'll listen to that today because it's just something different. So that's how I equate the Ripper Owens ones because I like them. Who wasn't disappointed when Halford left. I mean, granted, Halford's fight was great. I loved what Halford did on the side, but let's face it, it was great when he came back.
Yeah, how about it, man? Well, very welcome homecoming for sure. All right, let's move on to
But
18 then. What do you got for 18?
18 from 2005, Angel of Retribution. To me, it's like a sleeper album. It seemed like it flew under the radar.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I bought it when it came out. I have like it's kind of like a digipack version of it, but it's like where it looks almost like a book. It's like CD size, but it opens up like a book. Like the outside is like a hardcover book kind of. It's got the lyrics and the pages on the inside of it. But again, it's a good record. But yeah, I see what you're saying. It's kind of like in and out.
Yeah, it came and went. I didn't see them on that tour. I wanted to go see them, but I didn't see them then. And it's one of those ones when we were talking about this, I went back and listened to it again, and I'm like, I don't know why this slid under the radar because it's a really good, it's a great record. Only thing I have a problem with is maybe it's just my ears. Maybe the production was a little off on it. That's about it. It just seemed it just had a different sound to it compared to most other Priest albums. But I mean, like I said, it's good. It's not one, but there's
Yeah,
not a stinker on this list. So
exactly. Again, yeah. What's your
Colin Storm on the
favorite track?
Painkiller Tour. Oh, Colin Storm on the Painkiller Tour. I didn't see him on the Painkiller Tour. Oh,
Oh
for
wow,
me,
Annihilator. Listen here.
for me on that, if I go back to that, it's definitely Judas Rising. Love that song.
Yeah, good song. Good track. There's some good ones on there. There's some good. I was looking at them. Again, I didn't have my favorite songs picked out. That's something I kind of did today. I went through and just I knew some of the albums I knew already, but I kind of went through and looked at them all. And when I got to this record, there was a couple that I could have chose, but the one that I did choose on Angel of Retribution is like I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that when I get to that one.
Ooh,
All right. Demolitions. Number 18, Demolition, the other Ripper Owens record. That's where I got that one. I like that one just a little bit better than Jugulator. Again, decent songs and everything. It's just not what I want to hear when I pull out a Judas Priest record. And I got to say, though, the best thing they ever did with Ripper Owens was the live album that came out, I think, right after Demolition or right before Demolition. They did it like a double live. Oh, my God. It's fucking amazing. It's such a
that's one I
great
never
live
heard.
record.
Yeah, that one I never heard. I didn't look through the live ones because we didn't talk about it. But I don't have because of course, there's Unleashed in the East and Priest Live. But yeah, that one I never got. I have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. I mean, they do a version of Diamonds and Rust on there. It's like really slowed down and stuff, and really melodic. Oh, it's great. I mean, really great double live record, man. With him singing all the classic Priest tunes and everything. Oh, so good. You see on that why they picked him. Why they got him. It's like wow, he nails that old
Mhm.
shit.
Oh, it's
Uh,
great, goddamn! I mean, you can't. I mean, everybody loves Halford, but that guy could sing his balls off. I'm sorry.
oh, great singer. After he left Priest, he joined the band Iced Earth, and he did a couple records with them.
Yeah.
I think he did 2 or 3 records with them. Great records. The album "The Glorious Burden," all about like wars and stuff through American history and just history, and great record. I mean, it's, the Gettysburg trilogy at the end of the record is some of the greatest music I think ever. I love it so much. All right. Well, moving on. Number 7. You're number 17.
17. I'm echoing your sentiments. Number 17, Demolition from 2001.
You weren't far
Oh, what
off
was
with
your
that
song?
one.
What was
Oh
the
yeah, well,
song
my
that you liked?
song is
Demolition.
Hell is Home. Hell is Home.
Okay,
the
good
third
too.
track.
Yeah, I put Bloodsuckers. I like Bloodsuckers.
Yeah, heavy record. Heavy, very heavy. I mean, as soon as it starts, it's so sludgy. But again, just I don't know. I don't. That's not what I want to hear when I think Judas Priest.
I'm there with you, man. It's I don't know. It's like I said, it's just one of those that you got to be in the mood. It's like in the mood for
Yeah.
something a little bit different.
Right. I mean, at the time, it was all you had. That was Judas Priest. So you just you went with it. But I mean, it was very good to have Alfred back. That's for sure. And again, no disrespect to Ripper Owens. Did a fantastic job. Just their songwriting at the time was different. They were trying to be heavier, just to like prove that they still got it or something. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to prove, but it's just the songwriting just seemed different, very different.
Yeah, definitely.
We got Jordan Allen.
He's waiting for the light squad to see if your actual inner structure glows.
I was gonna wear. I have a Judas Priest shirt. It is in like a storage thing in my closet. I'm like, shit, it's not handy. So I'm like, all right, well, next best thing. I'll wear my exact inner structure, my Ode to Spinal Tap.
No, I think the last Judas Priest shirt I have is when I got it. I think I got it. Was it on the Firepower tour? And I was a little less svelte as I am now, and I looked at it and I'm like, it'll be like putting a Speedo on up here. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
won't fit.
yeah. See, my Judas Priest shirt would probably be better now because it was always big on me. Because I bought it actually from a bootlegger guy outside the show afterwards. Because the shirts were outrageous price in the venue, and I went outside and I wasn't gonna get nothing. And this fucking guy come walking up with shirts all hanging off him. One shirt, Judas Priest, Judas Priest. And he showed me it was the Redeemer of Souls tour because I think it had that cover, that artwork on there. But on the back, it had the whole.
I have the same shirt. I have that shirt too from the parking lot from that tour.
No way! It has all the logos of the other band like Saxon and all that on there.
I don't know. I should have it in my closet unless the wife fucking threw it out on me. But I know I have that. I got the same one in the parking lot at that tour.
Yeah, $10 or something versus $40 inside.
Well, that was it. Yeah, I mean, you go inside to take this. Like the other night when I went to see Satriani and Vi, I was going to go get a shirt, and I looked at it. I was just like, they had some nice T-shirts, but it's like $60. Like $60 for a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So I didn't get one.
And I remember the guy thought he gave me. I asked for I think XL, and the guy hands me the shirt. And he takes off, and I look at the side. I'm like, wait, this is like 2X or 3X or something. It was like a bigger shirt, And I was like, oh well, I put it on. I'm like, it fits. It's just a little loose, So like I said, now it'll probably fit me. I'll probably be tight on me.
I grew into it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to dig it back out. Storage. All right, you said Demolition, and your favorite song was Bloodsuckers.
Bloodsuckers.
So my number 17 is Turbo. Again, not a bad record, but when I hear Judas Priest, that's not one that I ever reach for. Sorry, it's just.
You want to hear Parental Guidance?
Yeah, we don't need no. Not really. I mean, if it's on, I won't turn it off, but I'm not going to initiate it. That's cool. I love you guys blowing up the chat. That's fucking killer of you. Thanks, man. All right, keep it up. Let's hear some Judas Priest stuff here. Your number. Oh, sorry. My favorite song on Turbo is Locked In.
Locked In. Good tune. Yeah. That's actually not too. It's coming up soon, Turbo. But Turbo, to me, I always had a soft spot in my heart for it because it was right in the middle of the '80s. I remember
It's
going down to Jersey Shore, winning that album back when you used to be able to put a quarter down on the spinners and actually win. I remember winning it on the boardwalk when I was down in the Jersey Shore that year and came home with that. I came home with, was it Theater of Pain? Then when Motley Crue, then after I listened to it, I should have brought it back. No,
You know what's funny is I have a very small vinyl collection. I've really never collected vinyl. You know, I was always bought cassettes and then switched to CDs. But I did have some vinyl, and the only Judas Priest vinyl record I ever owned, which I still own, is Turbo. And the only Motley Crue album I ever owned on vinyl, Theater of Pain. So
nice. All right, what do we got? We're 16.
yeah, you're number 16.
16 for me is Redeemer of Souls. Good too. To me, another one. It's weird because some of these like this seem to fly under the radar. So another one that seemed to fly under the radar. I didn't put it out there too much, and then because I remember this is one that flew under the radar for me where I didn't even know they came out a new album. I just happened to see it when I back there. What used to be a CD place I used to go to back in the day, and I'm like, I didn't even know they put a new album out. He's like, oh yeah, check it out. I mean, it's great. It's good. There's some good tunes on it. I can't complain about it, but it's another one just flew under the radar. And for me, the Metalizer is probably the best song on there.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
I think the thing is because it was so long. I think it was a number of years between records when that one came out. I believe that one came out. Let's see, Nostradamus came out in 2008. I think that was the record right before, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nostradamus. Yeah, I brought it up here because I forgot that I didn't write the dates down. Yeah, so Redeemer of Souls is 2014, and so you figured there was what 6 years between records.
Yeah, so that's probably why it probably flew under the radar for a lot of people because you weren't expecting a new Priest record when it goes that far between. You're almost like, are they going to put anything else out?
Well, because you remember, because it was right after Timber Perowins was gone, and that's when Halford came back. And
Halford came back. Of Retribution, right? Wasn't that his first one back?
Yeah, and they well, no, it was right after Redeemer of Souls. Duh, yeah. I'm looking at the wrong dates here, but around the same time, like because it was one of those things where as sad as it sounds, I used to get a lot of information when MTV was around. So because there was no play, because even for like the last 10 years, there was really no good outlets. I mean, aside from like Eddie Trunk, to really find out what's coming out of that type of music, like metal or anything like that. And this was another one. Just so you see, 2014. Trying to think of what the hell was going on. I was right in the middle of with my kids being young, so that's another reason why too, because I would find out shit as I could find out shit, and sneaking into a music store every once in a while when I could, and then just seeing this like, they have a new album out? Okay, cool, I'll buy it. And that's the thing too, because for those that don't know, back in the day, you should just buy albums just to see how it sounded. Remember the old days? You just see the new album came out, you ran home. You didn't listen to any of the songs. You went home and listened to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember my mom scolding me out one time. We went to the mall. Me and my brother went to the mall with my mom, and we each went into the record store and bought a cassette, and then we all sat down and had lunch right after. And as we're sitting down having lunch, my mom goes, what tape did you get? To my brother, and he goes, this tape, whatever. What are the hit songs on there? He's like, I don't know any of the songs on here. He's like, I never heard this before. I said, what? Why would you waste your money on a record when you don't even know any of the songs? And she was all ticked off. She goes to me. She goes, what about you? What tape did you get? And I told her what it was. I actually remember what it was. And she goes, well, what are the hit songs on your tape? I go, I never heard this either. I'll just check it out. I can't believe you guys would waste your money like that. She was so upset that we just throw our money. I'm like, Mom, you don't understand. This is metal. That's how it works. You look at the cover, or someone told you that it was cool, and you just pick it up and you hope for the best,
Exactly. That's what we used to do. I remember just discovering bands by how cool the album cover looked. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty cool. I'll take this home and listen to it. And 99% of the time, it worked out. I mean, there was a few that didn't work out, but 99% of the time, it worked out well. And, going back to the earlier days, like nowadays, bands put out songs like 8 months before the goddamn album comes out. You almost get sick of the song before the album comes out. Back then, they didn't do that. You had to wait for the album to come out. So you bought it, especially if you were a big fan, and you went home and listened to it.
Yeah, I think I know where they're going with the thing that they're doing now, though, is because people have such a short attention span and they only can listen to like one or two songs at a time. So they put the single out way in advance and then they drip feed you another single. Then the month or two down the road, they give you another single. So eventually you get them all when the album comes out and you already like know those 3 or 4 songs. So I kind of get what I think it's like has to do with today's modern audience, just giving them a little bit at a time, little doses.
Well, nobody buys albums anymore. Everybody just downloads one song, and
Yeah,
that
for
and
sure. So
it's sad.
drip feed you the. Yeah, I know. I believe you. That's how it works now, though. That's the way the world is. The attention spans are gone. Hey, let me real quick jump in the chat here. I see people blowing up. Leanna, welcome. Man, what else do we got here? Tom Flanagan, buddy, kick fucking ass. I was hoping you'd show up. He's a buddy of mine that you played in a band a million years ago. Known Tom since we were in grammar school. We didn't go to the same grammar school, but we knew each other. He's a huge Judas Priest fan, so I'm glad he showed up for this.
Nice.
Sorry, and then Colin, I just wanted to go back a little bit. You said you had a picture. Yeah, I have a photo standing beside Halford's bike that he uses to drive onto the stage. You saw us sitting outside the venue before the show and got his buddy to take a picture with him beside it. That's fucking kick ass.
Balance of Pat. When you saw the first time you saw Priest, was it Defenders of the Faith? Yeah, Priest was my first concert I ever saw. It was Priest, Defenders of the Faith in 1984, Madison Square Garden. First concert I was ever at, and that's the infamous Priest show where when he came out with the bike, for some reason some people just started ripping the fucking cushions off the seats in the garden and started throwing them on stage. So everybody did it. So I thought that's what you did at shows. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm there with my two cousins, and we're ripping them and throwing them on the stage. I'm like, this is it always like this? Like, no, it usually doesn't happen like this. Guess they're a couple of years older than me. And then come to find out, you see there's a big news story. It was $10,000 worth of damage, and the priest was banned from the garden. They've never played there again since then.
You told me that story before, man. That's fucking crazy. And you were there.
I was there, and Great White opened up.
Wow.
It was on their first album, their first tour.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is that what was in the big one with like Once Bitten, Twice Shy? Was that their second record?
That was their third, because there was the one before that. That was the album was Once Bitten. Was before that's when it's that song Rock Me, that song.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Roll me through the night.
Yeah, I always loved that. Cool. I always loved them. I mean, Lord knows, what happened with them with that whole nightclub fire, which really, put a big stain on their career. Which, it's a shame. But I just always a big fan of that band. Love this that guy. He just died a couple months ago. Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Great singer. Nice guy too. If you ever met him in person, because I saw them a handful of times after that, and met him at one of the club tours I saw him at, and approachable and definitely a nice guy, and definitely died way too young. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere because I just saw him not that long, before that. He was on someone's show. I don't know if it was on like Jason Green or just something. But they were talking to him. They were talking to him or talking about him, but he was part of it. So when he died, I'm like, I just watched something not that long ago.
Yeah. Shame. He was always on Eddie Trunk all the time. He was close with Eddie Trunk, and he did an interview with him, and then a couple months later, he passed. I was like, wow.
All right. Well, you did your number 16. I'll give you my number 16. My number 16 is from 1988. Ram It Down.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just, again, it's not a bad record, but there's no bad records here. But just it's not one that I reach for when I want to hear Priest. My favorite song on that one is "Hard as Iron." yeah, just I don't know. It's just one I don't go for. You know, like the cover. The cover's great. You know, with the big fucking fist coming down and shit. But it's not one I typically reach for.
Very cool. For me, this is where I'll put the button on the Ripper Owens era and Jugulator number 15 for me.
Okay.
And Burn in Hell. Good tune, Burn in Hell.
Yeah.
It's weird
Yeah.
because I always like that tune, but every time I hear you think Burn in Hell, you always think of friggin' Twisted Sister, but completely different song.
Howlin' Like Blood Red Skies from that record, Ramp Down. As hard as I am, my motto.
Yeah, Colin's got it too. Colin said the same thing. Blood red skies.
All right, well, for my number 15, again, don't tear my head off. It's just not one I reach for when I'm want to hear some Judas Priest. Their debut record, Rock and Roll. Great.
Really? Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know we have a very different opinion on that one, but it's honestly when I think Judas Priest, I don't think that it's a very good record. It's very deep, dark space rock. You know, there's like a lot going on that album. It's just I don't know. It's just not what I reach for when I want to hear Judas Priest.
Because if
My favorite
people,
track on there is the title track, Rock and Roll.
if people are, if you've only really listened to, if people pick up listening to Priest, say from Point of Entry on, and then they go back and listen to the '70s Priest, it's definitely a lot different. It's
Oh yeah.
definitely different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
always
first
tell
hearing Rock
people,
and Roll and seeing the video with Rob Halford with long hair, and that just blew my mind. You know?
yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll watch those old videos of him with long hair. They're like, he had hair. It's like, oh, he had long hair back then. And Priest is one of those bands where I tell people it's like if you like I said, you'll see a lot of the older school Priest albums up high for me. If you listen to KK Downing and Glenn Tipton, then I mean they were great guitar players, but everything was basic like straightforward rock and roll. Then you fast forward to like Nostradamus, and you're like, are these the same guys playing the guitar? Because it's so much
Right.
intricate.
Oh,
Because I don't think there's two guitar players that got so incredibly better. Not meaning they were bad, but more proficient is probably a better word.
yeah.
Because if you listen to the shit they did in the '70s, it was a straightforward pentatonic 4/4 rock and roll, and it was great. But then you listen to like stuff like I said, if you listen to Nostradamus, they're just all over the place with like crazy scales and arpeggios. It's like, is these the same guys from the '70s? It's like, what did they take lessons for the last 20 years?
Yeah, right.
So a completely different guitar player.
Yeah, and like we said, not a bad record. They're great on every one of them. You know, uh, again, it's just not my favorite. I don't reach for it, but great record. I just had it on again yesterday, I believe. I was listening to some of it, so it's there. I just don't typically reach for it. Yeah, Tom Flanagan. Yeah, Ram It Down. Loves that title track. Is awesome. Run of the Mill is great. Jordan. Yes, we all had hair at one point. Look at us now. And Brett, no Judas Priest shirts. Blocked. It doesn't really matter. Just wanted a reason to say blocked. There's never a
Like
wrong
I
reason.
said, my pre-shirts don't fit, and I don't need you be sitting. My tits would be sticking out.
Yeah, we told the story earlier about why we're not wearing Judas Priest shirts, and yeah, mine's in storage because I was too big on me back then, and now I'm probably too small on me now. So, all right, moving along here. We're going pretty good here.
Yeah.
You're
14.
number 14.
Number 14, I was just mentioning their proficiency, their quote unquote concept album, Nostradamus.
Wow, guess what? It's the first time we share a number. My number 14 is also Nostradamus.
I was seeing if I was wondering if we would land in the same spot at least once. Nostradamus to me, it's very maligned because they said what they were going to do. They were just interested in doing a concept album, and they wanted to do this. I think it was more Glenn Tipton than anybody wanted to do it. And I mean, I was always fascinated with Nostradamus to begin with. I remember watching all that shit from years ago, and when they're coming out with it. And you listen to it, I mean, it's a long listen because it's two. I mean, it's a double album, it's a double disc, but some of the stuff is just like I said, it's so intricate. It's like, are these the same guys from then?
Mhm.
It's just really great. It's like crazy, crazy intricate shit, and I just love it. It's one of those things. I'll put that on at work because it's so long, and I'll just listen to it, and it just passes the time too because it's so damn long.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great record to have. Like I probably listened to it in more depth this last time than ever before because I had the time to just drive to and from work, taking me hours at a time, where I could just have it on playing, can sit, straight through. But yeah, again, it's not one that I reach for on a regular basis, just because it is so long and there's so much going on and there's so much interweaving. It's kind of like it's just one of those records. I feel like if I put it on, I got to listen to all of it. I don't want to just listen to a piece of it. You know what I mean? It's like, but
It's like a movie.
so,
It's
but
like watching a movie.
yeah, exactly. It's like something to be experienced. You're gonna set the time aside, sit down, and just chill and check it out. Maybe read the lyrics along with it. That kind of thing.
It would have been that would have been something cool if they did some type of animated thing, and the whole album
Yeah,
played because they could easily
yeah,
do something like that.
yeah. That would make a lot of sense. Um, what's your favorite song on there?
Definitely prophecy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was pretty sure we are gonna be the exact same. I am Nostradamus.
Oh
I
god,
love that.
that just, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff on there, but that just friggin' kicks ass. I mean, even if you don't like, even if you're not a fan of the album, just put that song on and just crank the shit out of it.
Oh, definitely, man. Just that, how chunky it is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes,
It's just your head bobbing, your fist going. Oh, it's so good.
great friggin' tune. Love that song.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
so
let's
we're
check the
matched on
chat
that too,
here.
huh? We still in the
Yeah,
match. You pick, all
yep, we got the
right.
we got the album and the song same, so we're right on par with that record. Tom Flanagan says, "Well, you get better when you started playing metal before electricity." Let's see, Jordan, Bill. Let's get your album ranking for Disturbed next. Sorry, yeah. See yourself out, Jordan. You want to see my Disturbed ranking? Go look in the dumpster behind the Holiday Inn. I don't know. You might find something there. Garbage.
Ready? What
Um,
is that, Slavic?
all right. Well, on to number. What are we on? 13. 13. You're number 13.
13. All right, my number 13. This is where my bygone era of the 80s lands with Turbo.
Hmm. Okay.
So Turbo, like I said, very sentimental to me because I mean, you gotta remember that this was middle of the 80s. The 80s was like, quote unquote, I hate the term hair metal, but there was so much metal. I mean, it was all over MTV, it was all over the radio. It was like, if you like metal, that this was the era to be living in. And of course, they kind of tried to jump on the bandwagon and do like this so-called poppier metal. But there's some good. I mean, like I said, if you take parental guidance off of there, it's not so bad. That is just the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, yeah. It just, other than that, the rest of the album is really not that bad. I mean, the song Turbo is even bad. It's not that bad. If you listen to it, it's got some great stuff with that flange in the background on the guitar. It's not really that bad. Parental, you listen to it, it's great. And then you get to that and you're just like, you do the Family Guy, you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but
it's just very poppy. This is very poppy. The whole record is very poppy, in comparison to a lot of their other stuff. So that was just where I don't reach for it as much as because when I hear Judas Priest, I just want to hear fucking metal and I don't really want to hear pop. But again, great record. Turbo love. I mean, love it or hate it, it's fucking a great tune. So
well, it is a great tune, and for me, I love Locked In. Locked In is a good tune.
there you go. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So we're the same on that for the song then. That's what I have for my best tune on that record is Locked In. All
All
right.
right,
Well,
flipping my page.
my number
Nice.
3. This is where Redeemer of Souls comes in for me. Number 13. Um, you know what? My whole issue with this record was just that there's so many songs. It's like so many songs on this album. It's like they could have shaved half of them off and had a really solid album, you know. But you know, there's some really good tunes on there, but just shit gets lost in the shuffle. You know, it's like you start listening to it and it's great, and then it's kind of trails off, and then it gets good again, and it kind of trails off. It's like it's not consistent. Um, so that's why it's lower on the list for me. But again, good record. My favorite song on there is "Cold Blooded," the one right before Metalizer.
That was the problem. That was a product of CDs because you remember vinyl, you can only get like 35 minutes worth of music on 5 songs on one
Mm-hmm.
side, 5 songs on the other side. When CDs came out, they could fill up an hour's worth of music, and sometimes it's like you don't need an hour. There's always songs that should be left on the table, or maybe say, let's put this up here and we'll go back to it at a different time and do something. Because a lot of bands were guilty of that. They're like, oh shit, we can put like 15 songs on an album. That's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should take those ones that are and put them on a shelf and we'll worry about it at a later date.
Yeah. Yeah, or like a lot of bands did back in those days, they would release an album every year, or sometimes twice in a year they come out with. Like Manowar, they come out with
Yeah.
2 albums in 1 year. You know, it's like a lot of bands used to do that. You know, actually, Judas Priest didn't they come out with 2 albums in 1 year in '78? Killing Machine and the one before it. I thought no,
Stay in class. Stay in class.
yeah, didn't they both come out the same year?
Well, that's what bands were doing because most back then they want to go out on tour. The record companies would be like, all right, we'll throw an album out there and you go out there and push it. That's what the tours were. And like I said, prime examples, Kiss. Kiss put out 2 albums every year in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, craziness, all that music, and like then they try to put it all on one record. It's like at least back then you had space. You know, you got used to one, and then you left you craving more, and then all right, here's another one. You know, it's like they just put that many songs out with Redeemer of Men. Yeah, yeah,
I
I
like
see
it.
exactly. It's got
Anything
good
but man.
songs, but yeah, it's too long, and there's too much like kind of. I don't want to call it filler. Just you know, if they would have shaved half the record off, you'd have a really solid album.
Exactly. Too much.
Yeah.
All right. So that
All
was
right. That was number 13, so we're on to your number 12.
my number 12. This is where their transition comes in. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just I have 2 things here. I have a list for the best songs and whatever, and I think my numbers got mixed up. So for number 12 for me, it's Firepower. Firepower.
Okay.
That album was just great. I mean, that and a great tour too. If you've seen them live on that tour, they friggin' kicked some serious ass.
Yeah, I had to get the tour for that, but I love the record.
Evil Never Dies, probably my favorite song on there, and that was a great tour. Who did they play with? That was God, what the hell was it was Thin Lizzy, but they didn't call themselves Thin Lizzy.
Mm, I'm not
I
sure.
can't think. Yeah, they were a different name. It was them and Armand Armith. Those guys with the
Oh,
big
yeah.
fucking Viking band.
Oh, I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah, those guys are
At
great.
least they're
The
old.
guy, he's like 8 feet tall. He's got the big fucking. He's got the big Viking ship he stands on when he sings. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to see him. I've seen him a few
Obese Lizzy.
times.
Obese Lizzy.
Oh, he's Lizzie. Yeah.
Was like
Oh, that's
Blackstone Cherry or something. Hold on, while we're doing it, I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna annoy the shit out of me.
yeah.
But they were good. I loved them. They were good because I'm a big Brother Kane fan, and what's his name was singing for them. Damon Johnson from Brother Kane.
Mm. Brother Kane. The only song I really ever knew from them was the one that was in Halloween 6.
In
Promise
full time on.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's if we ever ranked our favorite bands from the '90s, my favorite band, Brother Kane. Actually, I saw them. They just got back together and did a reunion tour. I saw them. What was it? Last year, I saw them, and still just as goddamn good. That guy can freaking sing his ass off and plays the guitar pretty fucking good too. It's gonna drive me crazy till I figure this out.
Yeah, when the '90s hit, that's when it all kind of just went. It was all about death metal for me at that point. Like, and still to this day, I think the best death metal came out in the '90s. You know, there's still great shit coming out now, but just everything was fucking great in the '90s. Whether it was a big band or whether it was garage bands, trading demos. It was just such a great time for death metal. Oh, Jordan, the cool thing about vinyl is that you can play it in different speeds: regular, chipmunk, and Darth Vader. Yes, yes, you
Oh,
can.
Black Star Riders. I knew it was something like that.
Okay, I
They
remember
were
hearing the name. I didn't know that was
they
Thin
were
Lizzy.
real good. Yeah, they were. That was one of the other reasons I was psyched to see them because, like I said, I didn't even know anything they did aside from the Thin Lizzy stuff. I'm like, Damon Johnson singing, I'm in. So it was a win-win situation.
That's a great band to have opening for Judas Priest, another band with great twin guitar attack. Thin Lizzy, and then also Eamon and Mark. They got a lot of good harmonies and shit with their guitar players and stuff. Wow, it's just crazy to think that Eamon and Mark, a band like that, like I mean, when they started out, they were just straight up considered death metal, and they just kind of took over with the whole Viking metal thing and their show and all that stuff. When they came through, the first time they came, I don't know if it was the first time they played in the United States, but they toured through here when they were kind of a newer band. They played the same fucking bar that we used to play in. It's like that's where they came through. I didn't get to see them, but my brother saw them there. They played the same night as WrestleMania, and I had bought a ticket to go to the show. And once I found out it was the same night as WrestleMania, I'm like, oh, I need a refund on this. I have a house full of fucking people coming to my house for a WrestleMania party. I can't go to see. Like it was supposed to be Eamon and Martin, and Deicide was the headlining band, but I guess Deicide showed up to the club, the bar, saw how small it was, and just kept driving. Like they didn't even fucking stop to the next
Yeah,
city.
no.
So all that played were the opening bands, and they were both. That was Eamon and Martha, and then there's this band Behemoth, and they're both huge bands now. They're both playing to fucking theaters, and I saw Behemoth at the same venue where I saw Judas Priest, at the big amphitheater down the street here. So they both first time they came through were in the smallest little bar. So
Gary Moore went to your high school, Colin? That's freaking awesome. Gary Moore was one of the original guitar players for Thin Lizzy. Incredible guitar player. He did a lot of great shit on his own solo wise too. If you ever one of your guys shred, look at what the hell is that album he had? Still Got the Blues. Incredible guitar player. He died too young too. What a shame.
yeah, Brett Deicide's still doing stuff. They actually just came through a couple weeks ago. Never was a huge fan myself. I mean, their first record is by far their best record they ever did. And I was always a fan of their third record too, but that's really all I ever got into with Deicide. But their first record, believe me, it's classic. It's one of my top 10 death metal albums of all time. Their first one. Deicide, I think Love Drive. All right. Well, moving on now. What's your? Oh, you did your number 12.
Yep.
I didn't do my number 12. All right, my number 12 is from 1981, Point of Entry. Um, Great record, great songs. My favorite song, Desert Plains.
Desert Plains, great.
Um,
Oh,
yeah. Just it's we're getting into the nitty gritty now. We're starting to get into the better albums, and the better albums are coming. So it's a great record, but it falls short of some of these other ones that are just my favorites. But great record. I mean, throw it on any day and listen to it.
no, I agree. That's Point of Entry is the album that introduced me to Priest originally because my brother got it. Then you started seeing Heading Out to the Highway on friggin' MTV.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, wow. Then that's when I started doing a deep dive on all the old stuff. And I was just like, wow, I just fell in love with Priest. That's why my older cousins were like, oh, you like Judas Priest? He's like, we're going to see them. And I had to ask permission to take me because they're older. Ask my parents, can we take Patrick to see Priest? Because they're probably in their late teens. And you figure in 84, I was 12. So I'll never forget my parents dropped me off in the village because that's where my two cousins lived, the village in New York City. They went out to dinner and did a bunch of stuff, dropped me off there to see this with my cousins. We went to Madison Square Garden, came back with a contact high because everybody was smoking fucking weed everywhere. I'm surprised my parents didn't freak out about that. And they came back and picked me up. But yeah, Point
That's
of Entry, it's pretty. Point of Entry, you're going to see is pretty high on my list. So but It's got great tunes, but it's also you have those sentimental records where it's like this is my gateway drug to grab me into it.
I was gonna say that's some of mine are higher up on my list that were my like they're nostalgic, they're sentimental because it's just like I have memories related to this, you know. So I totally know where you're coming from with it. Yeah, you talk about smelling the weed smoke at the concerts. Still to this day, how you smell it like everywhere now because it's more legal now than ever before. Every time I smell it somewhere out in the wild, I get a flashback to being on the lawn at some theater watching a band. You know what I mean? Like I remember we used to be on the lawn watching a band, and you get that big whiff, and it's like it just smelled so good, and it just went right with the concert. You know what I mean? It's like perfect atmosphere. So funny how Priest had song titles peppered through their early career that had double meanings before Alfred came out. Yeah, I know.
Oh
Stargazer
God,
being
yeah.
hot rocking. I wanna go hot rocking. Yes, and how about what did we say? Grinder, looking for meat.
Looking for meat. It's like yeah,
Eat
or
me alive.
hell bent for leather, or oh no, wait, the best. I mean, come on, delivering the goods.
Like dynamite. Ugh. Delivering the goods. Love that fucking song.
But the great, you just take that like uh irony out of it. They're great songs.
Yeah. They're great songs regardless, man. Love those fucking tunes. Um,
So where are we? Number what? 11.
number 11. Number 11. We each got one more before we enter the top 10.
All right. So number 11 for me is this is where Ram It Down comes in for me.
Okay.
Great song, great album. What year was Ram It Down? Was what? Hold on a second.
Ram
So
It
it was
Down
88.
was
Yeah, I
88.
knew it was
Yeah.
in the 80s. It was 88, so I knew it was right. It was right in the thick of the 80s. That's why, because that was like my real metal days back in then. Because, like I said, metal was everywhere then because it was all over MTV, it was all over the radio until 1990 came, and and all of a sudden it sucked and nobody played it anymore.
All of a sudden,
So it
everyone
was
was
just
wearing flannel shirts and whining about their lives, you know,
and,
instead of party.
yeah. So when everybody went from having long hair and partying and have a great time to being a bunch of whiny little bitches in like secondhand clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Poor pity me. Yeah. But great. And the song Ram It Down, still my favorite on that album. Just freaking kicks ass. Great song.
Yeah, you can hear there's a couple tracks, a couple songs on there that you can hear the precursor to what's coming with Painkiller. You know, there's a couple tracks on there that's like, oh yeah, you know. All right, well, my number 11. This is where Angel of Retribution comes in for me. Um, like you said, it's just great record. There's some really good songs on there. Judas Rising, you know, that's another one of my favorites. But my favorite song on there is Worth Fighting For.
Good too.
Some
Yeah.
things are worth fighting for. Love that song.
Great
From when that
tune.
album came out, that was the one I just kept cranking man, over and over. I put it on, but I can't get antsy and skip to that track, you know.
It's one of my second beer. This is nice. This is good.
Nice. I'm actually on my third. I just cracked my third, so
Just in
just going
time
a
for the
little.
top 10.
But you got the higher alcohol content. I got the 4.3 or 4.7. I think these are.
Well, I had like 6 beers while I was doing yard work today, but I sweat them all out, so and pissed them all out.
Yeah,
And that was all.
those
That was
don't
all
count.
Coors Banquet. It wasn't high octane.
Yeah, you worked them off. Those don't count anymore.
What do you got for your number 11?
That was my number. That was my
Oh,
number
Angel,
11.
Angel
Angel.
Beneath.
Yeah, worth
Nice.
fighting for. So now we're into the top 10. We're down to the nitty gritty here. Well, nitty gritty, I'd say would be the top 5. But I mean, this is where it started to get. You know, I don't want to say it got harder because I picked my top like 6 very fast. You know what I mean with
Me
this
too.
list. Like,
Me too.
yeah, it's like once you got past that where it started to get hard. Where it's like, all right, now here's the mid range ones. Here's the ones I don't listen to that much. That's where it got hard for me.
And like I said, you'll see most of mine. Well, actually, well, you haven't hit on a lot of the ones from the '70s either. There's still a few on there because I think the only one you hit on was what you hit rock and roll. I think that was the only one you hit on in the 70s.
Yeah, I got the most of those are all up towards the top for me.
So for me, all right. So we're hitting the top 10, and what better to start it with? Where Judas Priest transformed to like fucking high octane with Painkiller,
Nice, love it.
and come on, you got it. It's like, what's your favorite song for that? It's like Painkiller, because it's when I heard it, I was just like, what the hell just happened
Yeah,
here?
still to this day. I mean, that's dude. That I mean, if you were to somebody was asked describe heavy metal, I never heard heavy metal. What does heavy metal sound like? Put on
Come on,
fucking
Painkiller.
Judas Priest paint.
Yep.
There you go. That's heavy metal personified right there. So yeah, great record. I love Painkiller. All right, my number 10 is Sin After Sin, 1977. Uh, my favorite track on there is Let Us Pray, Call for the Priest.
Very good tune. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Sin After Sin is very high on my list. One of my favorite albums.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just preference and nostalgia because I mean, top 10 Judas Priest, come on. I mean, just you're talking about the cream of the crop here. So there's, it's just all personal preference at this point. There's no, this
oh,
one is
there's no,
asleep. It's all fucking great.
it's all great. And there's no right or wrong answer with the top 10 of this, because there's no wrong, even with all 19 albums. It's every
No,
band
no,
might have a stinker, but I can't think of a stinker.
no, there's no stinkers in Judas Priest. Nothing. There's nothing that sucks. I mean, there's, so like we said, we proved that there's some we like less than others, but you could listen to every record. You could put on any record and listen to it.
Definitely. So all right, so we're at number 9. Number 9 for me. This is where I came in, and with my first concert ever, Defenders of the Faith.
Guess what? We have another tie. My
Another
number 9.
match, huh? You sank my battleship.
Now do we have the same favorite song?
Oh, let's see. Jawbreaker.
Yeah, the Sentinel.
Oh, good tune. Yeah. I mean, come on. There's great songs on Defenders of the Faith, but Jawbreaker. I just love Jawbreaker.
I mean, from this point on, I mean, these records, like, you pretty much like every song. You know what I mean? It's like they're great fucking records.
Like I said, it was hard to just pick one. I'm like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. I mean, you look at wait till we get to Sailor Wings of Destiny. It's like, okay, do I pick Victim of Change or do I pick the Ripper? How do I pick one?
Mm-hmm.
So
I had
stay
the
tuned,
same
folks.
exact
We'll
thought
see.
this morning when I was making my list. And those were two on that record. Those were two of the highlights, but one of them is above and beyond my favorite. But anyway, we'll get there. But yeah, we tied again. Defenders of the Faith.
Very cool. All right, that was number
All right,
9.
so
So this
yeah,
is
what's your
number 8.
number
This is
8?
where the debut comes in with Rock-a-Rolla.
Okay.
Rock-a-Rolla, and what did I pick for that? Because every time I hear Rock-a-Rolla, I always think of the title song, but definitely not my
Yeah.
favorite. What did I put? Oh, One for the Road. One for the Road is a great tune.
Great record. And like I said, it's like very spacey. It's like very trippy. It's like I don't know. It's like they're not like metal yet. You know what I mean? They're still like rock, experimental. It's a great record. It's just like something to put on and zone out to. I don't know. That's how when I put it on. That's kind of what I do. Put it on as for background music and zone out to
Plus, Halford with long hair. It's just weird.
it. You got to dress as like a hippie too.
Yeah, seriously. I tell people all the time, I say, go look up old videos of him. And they're like, this is Priest? I said, yeah. It's like, they're like, this looks like Leonard Skinner. I go, yeah, no, they kind of all look the same, but it's definitely different music.
All right. Well, my number 8. This is where the brand new one comes in. Invisible Shield for me.
Which
I'm a
one?
big fan of Invisible Shield, the newest one.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I got to listen to it
Love it.
more. I got to buy it. If I buy it, I'll listen to it more. That's my problem. I have, it's one of the ones I haven't added to the collection yet.
Yeah, it's just one of those that I throw it on and I'll just listen to the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? And I'm nodding along, I'm singing along with almost every track. It's just like, and then there's certain ones that I seek out. You know, I want to. Oh, here's the Judas Priest. I'll throw on some songs from this. My favorite song is "Crown of Horns." Love that fucking tune. Great song. I mean, it's one of my favorite songs of the year. You know, at 2024 when it came out. So yeah, great record. Love it, and it's so cool to see. You know, like some of these old bands putting out some great fucking material, some of their best material in their old age. You know.
Colin says one of his favorites is Beyond the Realms of Death. Oh, great song.
The Ayatollah of rock and roll. Y2J.
George is drinking boxed wine. Seriously, wow. Slumming it tonight. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, now we got number 7.
Number 7 for me, this is where 1978 comes in with Killing Machine.
Love it. Great record.
And it's even though it's got a little bit of a connotation to it, but I just love the song. I love Hellbent for Leather. Great tune.
One of my favorite Judas Priest songs ever.
Great song.
Great record, man. Not every song is fucking great on that record. Love that album.
Yeah, like I said, like now we're like the top 10 songs. It's like a coin toss to pick my favorite. All but one album was easily my number one song. It's actually my favorite Priest song, so you'll see when we get to it. But all of these, it was just like, all right, there's at least 2 songs, and I have to pick one of them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it got that was like picking the albums once they got to the top weren't that hard. Is picking my favorite songs on some, but then again, some of them not because some of these records have like some of my favorite Priest songs ever. So I'll go to my number 7 then. My number 7 is Firepower. I love fucking Firepower, man. Great record,
Great
so
album,
good.
yeah.
And my favorite song on that one is "Rising from Ruins." Rising from ruins.
Oh,
Love the
go
atmosphere.
singing. Beer's kicking in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great.
When she
That's
was
the last.
you're damn right. I got a contract on you. Down, down. I got a contract on you. Love it.
All right.
All right. What do you got for number 6?
Number 6 is where British Steel comes in. And I know the connotations are different, but I'm sorry, I just love Grinder. I just love that song.
Great song. Whole album's great. British Steel is probably their most popular one, I would say. Some of the songs that are on there are probably their biggest songs. Most well known, I'd say at least.
Yeah, because everybody would be like, "Well, you picked that over." It's like, well, I've heard "Breaking the Law" a million times. I love "Breaking the Law." I love "Living After Midnight," but I'm like, Grinder's just heavy as hell. I love it. Looking for me, Grinder. Come on, fucking cool.
Want you to eat.
Come on, that's just so much fun.
Living After Midnight is one of my favorite Priest songs. Like, it's just so much fun. Living After Midnight. It's just so hard rocking.
Only Priest song I've ever played in the band, but the band I'm in now, we play that song because everybody knows it.
Yeah, great fucking sing. Great sing along. It's partying, living after midnight.
Jordan, I love Grinder too, but he's talking about the app.
Jordan's always looking for meat. All right. Well, then my number 6. This is where Sad Wings of Destiny comes in.
Nice.
And one of my favorite Judas Priest songs of all time, The Ripper. Love that.
I was gonna say, what'd you pick? I'm like, it's either Victim of Changes or The Ripper. Which one'd you pick?
Oh my God. You're in for surprise. You're in for a shock. I'm not even going to try it.
I can't do it. I have to put my balls in the vice.
Yeah. And squeeze really hard. It's like, oh
my God.
Yeah. When you least expect me and you turn your back, I'll attack. Love it. So good.
Oh
My
man,
favorite.
yeah.
It's top three Priest songs of all time for me, for sure.
Easily for me. Yep. All
Probably
right,
my
we
number
got number
two.
my number five. So number five, this is where the big one comes in. Everybody knows this is where Screaming for Vengeance comes in for me.
Nice, nice,
And
fancy.
I still my favorite song on that album. It's still "Screaming for Vengeance." It's the title song.
That was when I was picking my favorite songs. That was one of the hardest albums to choose. My favorite song from that record. There's so many good songs on
There's
that
so many
album,
great
man.
songs. Electric Eye. I'm like trying to pick Electric Eye. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like, still got to be "Screaming for Vengeance."
Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. So good. All right, my number five. This is where British Steel comes in for me, and
Nice. What'd you
my
pick?
favorite song. Pounding the world like a battering ram. Rapid fire.
Rapid
Forging
Fire.
the furnace for the final grand slam. Chopping away at the sauce and the curse will be on. Love it. Love that fucking tune.
See, folks, he sings in a band. You don't want me singing, so I'm not singing anything. I'll play the. I'll get the guitar player.
I wouldn't say I sing in the band. I growl and I grunt in the band. I sing when we're together on podcast. That's when I sing.
Brent says the Ripper. That's a name for anyone that eats a White Castle crave case. So you better believe it. That's the
Oh,
shitter,
yeah.
not the Ripper.
You're in for surprise. You're in for a shock.
Yeah, I could do that. I can't do the scream. I could fart easily, but I can't fucking do that scream. That's why Tim Ripper got the job. There's a reason they call him the Ripper. Tim Ripper.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. That's his nickname, man, for sure. I'm glad you brought that up, man. The Ripper. Great fucking song. Jordan, do a porno name stream of your own, but with album titles rather than movie titles. There you go. That could do the movie titles. Over here, we'll do the, the album titles or song titles.
Oh, we could do that. All right, we got number 4 for me. Oh, did you do number 5?
Yeah,
Yeah,
British Steel.
that was British Steel. So number 4 for me. This is where my introduction came in. Point of Entry.
Nice.
Big album for me. I remember getting it for Christmas that year. I couldn't wait to freaking get it because I have a brother that's 6 years older than me, and we like the same music. But you know, when you have the older brother, you can't touch his shit. So I had to wait to get my own version of it because I couldn't touch his fucking albums. So yeah, we had to have 2 albums in the same house. Same thing with all the Kiss albums.
Yeah.
I couldn't touch his Kiss albums. I had to wait to get my own. So I do remember
Yeah.
vividly getting it for Christmas and just freaking great songs. And yeah, although it's the popular song on there, it's still my favorite song on there. I mean, Desert Plains rules, and so does Solar Angels. But to this day, I still play. It's one of the few free songs I'll play all the time on the guitar. That's heading out to the highway.
Mm-hmm. Heading out to the highway.
Such a great riff, great guitar
Yeah.
riff.
A chance before I fall. Yeah, great song. All right, number 4 for me. Stained Class. One of their best. God, I mean, the top 4 were like, I mean, God, like I said, the top 6 records on this are just like when you want what does heavy metal sound like? Here, any one of these 6 records. There you go. Stained
What'd you
Class,
pick on
fucking
this?
phenomenal.
What's your favorite on this?
Exciter.
Nice.
Fall to your knees and repent, if you please.
I was just
Stained
yeah. I
Class
guess
is number 1. I figured that, buddy. I think I remember you telling me that.
ours is number 1. Yeah, this is yeah. Well, long story short, I can number 3 is Stained Class for me. Stained Class for me is great. I mean, there's so many great songs on there. What did I pick for Stained Class? Oh, I picked Exciter.
So we had the same song.
Like, that was like a precursor to see what was coming because it was heavy as hell. Exciter for this time frame.
Oh yeah. God damn, it's still heavy as hell.
And then, of course, that's got the big controversy song in there, "Better by You by Me," because of the which they got so much shit for, and they were being sued for, and they didn't even write the goddamn song. It's a fucking cover song. It's from Spooky Tooth. It's not even their song. And meanwhile, they're like, well, they wrote a song about wanting to kill yourself. It's like, really? They didn't write the song. Go after
Remember the
Spooky
guy was
Tooth.
blowing it down? Remember the guy's like putting it backwards? He's like, get the gun, shoot, shoot. Someone's
Look,
gonna take their time to put that in the fucking song.
yeah, it's like, come on. I'm sorry, there's not a song on this planet that's gonna make me kill myself. Maybe my wife and my kids, yes, but a song, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? You got problems other than what music you're listening to, if that's what you're thinking of doing. But I mean, great fucking record. I mean, every song, Stained Class, Invader, White, Heat, Red, Hot.
Beyond the realms of death too. That was another one. That was great.
Yeah. Now I left the world behind. Do. Heroes End, if I had to pick, or Saints in Hell. Yeah, I mean, again, fucking front to back, excellent fucking record. Stained Class, Stained
All
Ass.
right.
George still on the titles.
It stayed there. Oh, come on. Are you ready to start with that? Nice.
All
So
right,
what's
so
your number
your
three?
number three was my number
Stay,
three. Screaming for Vengeance.
nice.
And again, it's so hard to fucking pick a favorite song because, God, they're all great songs. But I had to go with, the Hellion Electric Eye. I mean, it's one of those songs. Every single time I hear it, even though you've heard it a million times, it's got me singing. It's got me pumping my fist. I mean, I was just singing it earlier today in preparation for this. So, it's phenomenal. Love it so much.
Colin's laughing, stained ass.
Yes, that's the new one now. Yeah, I spit on
Screaming
your
for,
ass.
screaming for ass.
Yeah, screaming for revenge. Yeah. But yeah,
No,
I mean, it's so hard, and there's so many good songs on it. And then there's a song that was kind of like a sleeper for a while, and then it got reinvigorated with that Maxine movie when they put "Prisoner in Your Eyes." "Prisoner of Your Eyes" is in that movie, and it's like ever since that movie came out, I've been like cranking that song again. I added it to my Halloween playlist because it's in a horror movie now, and it's just like, and then Devil's Child. Remember seeing them when I saw them live. It was the first time or the second time I saw them. That was like the surprise track they pulled out of their ass to play at the concert. It was Devil's. I believe you're the Devil's Child. And before that, you hadn't heard that song in a million fucking years. So
wow.
I mean, just
Yeah,
it's a great record.
and that's an album that pretty much really put him onto the map. I mean, yeah, I like
Oh, you gotta remember.
Point of Entry
That's what.
introduced them to people like me, and then Scream of Vengeance came out, and like Heading Out to the Highway, just forget it. Not Heading Out to the Highway. You got another thing coming, just all over MTV, just put them all over the place. I mean, for fuck's sake, that's how they end up doing Turbo. That's how they do it, and end up doing a cover of Johnny B. Good and doing the soundtrack for Johnny B. Good with friggin' Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, great fucking record. Every song, so good. Riding on the Wind. Yeah, great record. All right, so that was my number three.
My number two. Well, there's only two albums left, so one or the other. So for me, number two, Sad Wings of Destiny.
I love it.
Album. I mean, this was tough for me because I love every song on this album. Like just the other day, I was sitting outside. I'm sitting there singing the words of Tyrant. I love Tyrant. I love that song. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, I have to pick one song. And I'm like, of course, this has to be the album with The Ripper and Victim of Changes on it. And I'm like, well, now what do I fucking do? I'm stuck between a fart and shit. What do I do? So, as much as I love The Ripper, I had to go with Victim of Changes. I love Victim of Changes. And it's no
Great
slight on The
fucking
Ripper
song.
because, I mean, I actually just pulled it up just to see because Deceiver's on here. I love Tyrant, Genocide. There's so many great songs on this fucking record. I'm like, I could pick any song on here. But Victim of Changes is just this. Oh, that's another song I used to
What?
play all the time in the band I was in. We used to play it.
Yeah,
Nobody could sing it. We just played the music because nobody had the balls. Nobody had the balls to fucking sing it.
you can, if you can, sing.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a jump from the first record. You know what I mean? Like from Rock-a-Rolla, what a different vibe. on the second album. You could already see it. I mean, they really get more headed to where they're going. You can see what the future Judas Priest really looks like on the next one after that, Sin for Sin. But yeah, Sad Wings of Destiny, phenomenal
And you
album.
listen, and you listen to how heavy this is, and how heavier they were getting, and how the guitar player was progressing. And this is 1976, so it's actually
Yeah,
50 years ago this year.
yeah, I was
Just
born.
crazy. Sure, rub it in.
I gotta. You're not that much older. Come on. Tom Flanagan. I gotta check that out, man. Tom. The Halford Band does a better version of "Prisoner of Your Eyes." I never heard that.
Does
It's
it?
awesome.
I never heard that. I'll have to check that out. I did not know that. I did not know that.
I remember when he did his first thing right after Judas Priest. He did that band. Was it called like Two or something like that? It was like industrial or something. I was not into that at all. But then
I wasn't into
he,
it.
he,
Yeah,
started, he did that
fight was
Fight
good.
band.
Fight was all right.
Fight was it had some stuff that was okay, and it had some stuff I really wasn't into. And then when he started doing the Halford stuff, that's when it was like, all right,
Because
I'm
it was like Priest.
more
It
on
was like an extension of Priest. He finally went back to like the Priest type shit, so it was good.
yeah. Hey, what's up, Davey?
Double D.
Glory Hole by Steel Panther is a great. You guys got hooked on the portal titles ever since you mentioned Grinder.
Looking for meat.
Okay, Rock, my favorite Judas Priest track of all time. Heads Are Gonna Roll, but I think their
Yeah,
best album is a whole Vengeance. And I'm a lover of Turbo just for the cheesy nostalgia feel. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
we
wrong with
get it.
that.
I mean, it has a cool '80s, like we said that, like the Turbo is just a total like it's like an '80s pop metal record, So it's got nostalgia all over it.
They were trying to keep up with the Joneses. That was basically what it was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, my number two. My number two. You know it as Killing Machine, but I've always known it as Hell Bent for Leather because
There you
everywhere
go.
else in the world it was Killing Machine, but here in the U.S. it was called Hell Bent for Leather. Um, that was always like my number one. That was my Judas Priest record. That was it. You know what I mean? Until my number one dethroned it, but yeah, my favorite track, Hell Bent for Leather. The song Hell Bent for Leather. I love that fucking song, man. But great record, man. I every song on that fucking record is awesome. Um, you got Delivering the Goods, Rock for I can't stop talking about my rock forever. Evening star. I'm just going down the list here now. Take on the World, that's fine. That's probably like a weaker track for me, but then they follow it right up with Burning Up, and that's another one of my favorite songs on that record, man. Because I'm burning up. It almost has like that disco vibe to it, but they don't cross the line in the disco. The Green Man Unleashed with Two Prong Crown. I know it's a Fleetwood Mac cover, but I never knew the Fleetwood Mac version. Whenever I heard Green Man Unleashed, I thought of Judas Priest. Love
Did you ever
that
listen to
fucking
the
song.
Did you ever listen to the Fleetwood
Yeah,
Mac version?
I've gone back and listened to it. Yeah, yeah,
You, you like
great
this? You're
fucking
like,
song. Yeah, but it's not. It's not fucking this.
yeah.
When you
Well, the
show
same
your
thing like with
pain, like
the same thing with Diamonds and Rust. Go listen to freaking what the hell's her name? Was that Joan
yeah,
Baez? Go listen to her version of Diamonds and Rust.
right, right. Because Judas Priest totally discoed that one up. Um, Killing Machine, fantastic fucking song. I got a contract on you. Running Wild, come on, man, great song. Unless you're running wild, before the dawn. I mean, you just forget it. I gotta stop because every song is great. So that's my number two. Hellbent for Leather / Killing Machine.
Nice. And I'll do the typical YouTuber guy thing. Hey guys, folks, we're down to our number one. So do us a favor, hit that like button because it'll definitely help Bill's channel. Pump
Yeah,
this shit
yeah. Thank
out.
you, Pat. I gotta remember to say that myself. Get the people make
I'm
sure
used
you
to
hit
pulling it
likes.
up like hit the fucking like, hit the fucking like, hit the fucking like.
I love it. People been coming in and out the whole stream, but we're up to 10 now. So that's I consider that a fucking victory for my first ever
Yeah, this is
live
good
podcast.
shit.
This is good shit. Glad you guys
Yeah,
came.
very
We
very
got one
cool.
more left. One left
And number
in our
one.
top Look at I say that and it drops to 8. 2 other people are like, "Fuck you."
Well, that's like I've always said the thing like when we're getting ready to start a stream on the channel, it'll be like 10 people waiting. I start the stream, then it says 6 people watching. It's like, well, what? The 4 of you were just waiting. Why did you just jump off after we started? What the fuck were you waiting for? What did you think I was gonna do? A magic trick, like pull a fucking rabbit out of my ass? What did you think was gonna happen? And all of a sudden, it's like, boom, 4 people disappear. It's like, what? You'll see. You'll see. Fun stuff.
All right, well, we're down to number 1, and I mean,
I've only got one left.
others, so, yeah. So, what's your
So
number
this
1?
was my number 1 is still to this day my favorite Priest album. I wore the shit out of this album, and for me, it's Sin After Sin. To this day, my favorite Priest. If anybody ever needs to know, my favorite Priest song ever is "Dissident Aggressor."
Nice. You ever heard Slayer's? Well, Slayer. Who covered it? Yeah, Slayer covered that, right? Yeah, just an aggressor.
Did they do a cover? I don't think I've ever heard it. I have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did it on like South of Heaven, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, great fucking song. Yeah, it's one of the best songs on that record. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's such great songs. Starbreaker on there. It's on, of course, Diamonds and Rust, which I don't give too much stuff about. Last Rose of Summer is like their nice mellow song, but it's creepy as fuck. But it's just a great sound, and to this day, like you always say, like when I was doing this, I'm like, what Priest disc do I always reach for to listen to? And it's always Sin After Sin, rather. It's always that. And it's not to say, like I said, we're not saying there's a bad one here, but like if you said, like, what do you just give me Sin After Sin?
Yeah, Colin, it says yes, it was on South of Heaven, so I was right about that. And then I'm thinking, here comes the tears and the Dissident Aggressor.
Oh, here comes the tears. Anybody's ever listened to that song? Listen to that song, because it's when he starts saying "Here come the tears," it just fucking gets heavy as hell. You're like, put that on in a dark room by yourself. You're like, is there somebody behind you? Fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah, the Ripper's behind you, but you won't hear him. You won't hear me at all. No, but yeah, great record. Both in our top 10. It might not have been my number 1, but it was my number 10. So both in the top 10 there. All right, I got one left, and you go. Yeah, it's the only one I haven't mentioned yet. So Painkiller, my number 1 Judas Priest record. I mean, remember when I heard that, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is Judas Priest! It's fucking heavy as fuck, dude." And
that's what everybody said.
Yeah, and I mean, every fucking song on that album is just gold to me, man. I mean, every song. Oh, guns! All guns blazing! It's just so fucking good, man. Let me pull it up here. Trying to think of all the rest of the tracks. You got oh dang it! Fuck. One shot at glory in the crossfire overhead. Hell Patrol. The Hell Patrol. Leather Rebel. There's another porno song for you there. Lightning in the dark. Leather Rebel. Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler. Beware the beast in black. Oh man. Between the hammer and the anvil. And you got the Touch of Evil, the ballady type song. Come on, Battle Hymns. I mean, yeah, my number 1, man. I love every fucking song on this record, like almost equally. But Painkiller, well, like I said before, someone wants to know what does heavy metal sound like? Here, it personifies fucking heavy metal right here. So, yeah, Painkiller all the way, and my favorite track, Painkiller. That was hard to pick because every song I love on here, but I'm like, Painkiller is the fucking Priest song for me.
Blame Scott Travis.
All right, well, that wraps up the first ever edition of Rank.
It's funny every time you hold up a sign, it reminds me of. Did you ever watch The Big Bang Theory?
Oh yeah, back in the day.
When Sheldon would do his podcast, was it Fun with Flags? He'd always hold the thing up with the sign "Fun with Flags."
I don't remember that, but
He did a
yeah.
pod. He did a pod. He was doing his own podcast with Amy. It was called Fun with Flags. They do different types of flags from all over the world. And he's like, "Thank you. Welcome to another episode of Fun with Flags."
Check it out now, 'cause apparently I'm pulling a Sheldon.
you're, you're definitely you're pulling a Sheldon.
All right, well, that takes us to the next quick segment here.
Oh, geez, I'm
It's
scared.
another thing I want to do each time that I call Frickenstein's favorite five. I'm going to ask you five rapid fire questions. I just want to get whatever answer comes to your head first. The first three are kind of just you know generic questions. Just trying to get what you think about these categories, and then the last two are more tailored towards you. The first three I'm basically going to ask just about everybody. The last two will always be tailored towards whatever guest I'm going to be having on. So, are you ready for Frickenstein's favorite five?
I'm doing it. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Number one, your favorite vampire movie of all time.
Favorite vampire movie? Oh shit. I would probably just off the top of my head, probably Lost Boys.
Okay, okay. What's your favorite zombie movie of all time?
The OG, Night of the Living Dead.
Sweet, sweet, good answer. What's your favorite werewolf movie of all time?
Favorite American Werewolf in London.
Sweet, sweet. We share that. Um, what's your favorite beer to have on tap?
Ooh, favorite beer to have on tap. I would probably hold on. Hello,
What are you doing?
I'm live.
Why are you live on the other line?
I'm talking with Bill. The wife is asleep. She just woke up. What are you doing?
Oh,
Hi,
Give me a minute. I'll be
Kathy.
up in a minute.
I'm at the job.
She's in her PJ, so she's not coming by and saying hello. Hi, Petey. There's my puppy. All right, Bill, shut up. I'll talk to you. I'll see you in a minute. Honestly, truth be told, what I had the other night, Guinness, probably.
That's a great answer. Guinness is the best on tap, I think. Like
You
it's
got to
the,
get a lock on that
the
door. I do have a lock. I should have locked it.
best.
She was sleeping
All
when I
right.
came
And then,
down.
Taylor, to you, what is your favorite Kiss song?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Kick me in the nuts, why don't you? My favorite Kiss song. Honestly, because it's fun to play and it's one of the sleeper songs I rock and roll over. But I would have to say Mr. Speed.
Okay. All righty. Well, that was Patrick Green, and those were his favorite five answers. All right, I think we're going to wrap things up here now. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us and having fun in the chat there. You guys were having a blast down there with all them porno titles. I want to thank you, Pat, for coming on and finally getting this thing rolling with me.
Anytime.
I had a blast.
Yeah, yeah, this is a blast. I definitely got to do some more rankings. Next month we can, if you want, we could do Menudo. Maybe we'll do our Milli Vanilli.
Yeah. I was thinking, New Kids on the Block, maybe hanging tough. All right, yeah. So, like I said, this was my first time ever. I didn't have a chance to put any of the links in the description, but I'll be adding those in for anyone who's watching this after the fact. I'll have all the links down for Pat, where you can follow him and check them out if you don't know where those are. And I'll actually put a couple links in there to some videos that we've done together where we talked about the best band song moments in horror movies.
Yeah.
I think that pertains to this, and then. The show that I did on your channel with you, where it's just me and you discussed our top 10 albums of 1984. That'd be another one that would be.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good. That was a big year for out. That was a lot. That was a tough one to do.
Sure, for sure. Yeah, it was a great one. All right, well, we'll end it there, and thank you, Pat, for joining me. Thank you guys in the chat for hanging out with us. Subscribe, and come join us for the next one. I got lots of different shit on the channel. We're all about metal, horror, and booze over here on the Everscathed. So come join us. Come have fun. Hails. Cheers.
Gross.
I don't even know how to stop this thing when I'm done. So, so good night, Al, or maybe not. I might be on for another 10 minutes trying to figure this out. But good
Let's
night.
see.